Why these girls in high school nowadays ain't trying to smash unless y'all dating? That's depends on a woman. Most of the time, I feel like when women in high school would never try to let you smash. Yo, them listen. My entire high school career, right? Y'all know how niggas. Yo, this was like normal. I don't know for y'all air, but this was normal, bro. Dudes would be in with a woman for 9 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, and never ever have sex with her. But not because he doesn't care, right? Not because he doesn't care about having sex with her, but because he's waiting for her to have sex with him. You know how you could always tell? Those relationships always end after they have sex. You look up now, that dude who waited 9 months to fuck, or that girl who made the dude wait 9 months, I bet you they still ain't together to this day. They are not still together. Man, that shit, listen, man. They are not together to this day. Nope. Bullshit like that. Baby probably still say Reaper. Is you mad that I'm rich, bitch? Or is you mad I got a rich bitch? Take her on both rich bitch. Yeah, it's a very childish idea. Expo with the 13 months. Turn me up, gang. It's a very childish idea to believe that how long you make somebody wait for sex does anything to predict the length or quality of your relationship. But no bullshit. As I come back to school to learn into these things, like textbook wise, you know how much we're not taught about life and how about relationships. We are chat. You aren't. Nobody's taught anything about relationships at all, and a lot of things are contradicting. A lot of things are contradicting about the shit that we come up believing. That's the only thing of substance from her if he just with her for the cat. No, that's the only substance he can see. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, guess what? If that just shows how much he values pussy. Like not let me not wait 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this doesn't even make. I can't even. It's not even talking about right there. It's not even talking about right there. Right, because 9 times out of 10, when a woman is intimate with you, right, not sexually, I'm talking about just intimately, y'all actually connect, right? Her body. And guess what, chat? Y'all gonna have to open your minds a little bit because I know y'all standard way of thinking is sex is everything, right? But y'all gotta open your minds for a second. So while we go down this rabbit hole, so y'all can understand things from my perspective, right? Because it's a completely unique one. Just listen, right? A woman, you can have the pussy and never get the woman. But you can get the woman and you'll never not have the pussy. Y'all remember I said that before, right? You can get the pussy and completely miss the woman, but you'll never get the woman and miss the pussy. Right? So, now taking pussy out of the equation, right? What do I mean by that? Well, always from my standpoint, I always understand this early, which is why I like the whole waiting this long amount of time for sex, all the other put a title on it and all the other bullshit. I go for the bond. I go for the strength of the relationship. I go for the intimate connection. Because when you do that, it's not like Max said he's gonna win it. Max is not gonna win. When you go for that, right? you now actually will add, you actually can thoroughly vet if you are going to like this person. And then when the sex comes, it's something she wants to do. It's not something you begged her, forced her, or tried to manipulate her, or try to play every piece into getting. And I'm telling you, it's a complete difference between a woman that lets you fuck and a woman that wanted you to fuck or wanted to fuck you. And there's so much to thread through that, but here's more so into the part that I was telling y'all to open your minds for a second, right? When you have a woman, right, and you got her up here, not through manipulation, but she actually fuck with the man that you are, the quality of the man that you are, who you are to her. I made some shit up, like she was going through a tough time in her life, and ever since she met you, her business has gone up, her finances may have gotten in order, her mental health has improved, whatever. You as an influence in her life has made everything better and improved her on all levels, right? Because that's just what you do based on the kind of man that you are. It's not even like you're doing it for her, but it's the influence of the man that you are, and even people that you interact with, right? You do that, and she sees that, like, hey, she can trust you. You're dependable. You're honorable. You know what I'm saying? Then her body becomes an extension of her trust for you. The things she wants to do for you, with you, to you, is all an extension of that care. All an extension of how, like, you are connected with her mentally. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, some situations can just purely be sexual. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to fuck. We just going to slide her, and then bada boom, bada bang. Right? However, that's just a surface level way of interacting with somebody. You're talking to the sensei. So we get what's called lifetime contracts on the pussy. You can't get no shit like that just fucking. You know what I'm saying? It's up here. And that's not even, I'm not even saying that like, oh, that's the ultimate goal or the main benefit. It just is what it is, because it's how those women see me. Listen, she could be with have a whole husband. She could be 10 years down the line, but I'm gonna always be that same guy to her because I was consistently consistent from the day she met me, and no matter what, when, where, or how, she knows who I am. So it's like, chat. Let me know if this is making sense. Let me know if this is making sense. But if you're not gonna understand it if you don't lead life authentically, like with some kind of sense of integrity. If you just so horny that you want to fucking like, you're not really gonna understand what I'm talking about. You're not gonna understand. But how does this change somebody, right? How does this change somebody who is just out here dating and like, I just want to fuck? Well, number one, it'll make you more patient and picky. Why? Because then you'll sit there and say, hold on, like, I want to fuck her, but why? Because she got a fat ass. Well, what comes with the sex with her? Like, is that all I want? If that's all I just want, then all right, so be it, right? But why am I in a position in life where the main benefit I can extract from this entire human being is sex? Like, just sit there and really think about that. You are interacting with a whole human being, and you're like, I just want sex. Every single time on all, like, that's the best benefit you could think of when you think of messing with this woman. Listen, to me, that says more. Now, if you are in that point in your life where you like, listen, I don't want nothing complicated, you know what I'm saying? Then so be it, right? But when you can see beyond that, when you can see, okay, what am I like? Because guess what? You got to expand your way of thinking. There's a lot more benefits that you can get when you mess with a woman. You know, men always talk about the obvious ones, like, oh, she can cook, she can clean, she can do this and the third. But y'all don't even dig it. There's a whole human behind that body, brother. She might come in your life, right, and have the fucking skills of a secretary. She might have a vision on something with music or you know, I'm just naming random creative shit, right? I'm just naming random creative shit.
But the collaboration of y'all two being together can grind out much more meaning and much more purpose from that relationship. But you just want to fuck. Y'all can fuck anyway. Y'all can fuck anyway. It's just low level thinking to me when a man fucks with a girl and then he like cheats on her on the back end. Y'all didn't even know. You could do what's called bisexual training. Bisexual training. And the next thing you know, y'all fucking bitches together. Yo, dog, I'm telling y'all, if I ever did a study, right, of how many women find women attractive, or, you know, oh, that's a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? But on the surface, see, this is the shit I only like to talk about on Twitch or on public forums, right? Because it's a bit too much, right? Listen, yeah, bisexual training, my nigga. Listen, nigga, y'all niggas don't even know how much shit I hold back from y'all, brother. Y'all don't even motherfucking know. Y'all don't even know. But guess what? The way this shit gets so deep is she might not even know herself. Because if you watch my Patreon video, right, the mental side of sex, you will know how somebody's upbringing, religion, you know, culture, whatever, impacts how they view sex and impacts how they express themselves in that way. You know what I'm saying? And what limitations and factors that play into that. Furthering my point about she may not even know, let's call that an edge, right? Let's say that's an edge. She has never even pushed past that edge. Or she thinks that wall is the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Or that edge is like the end of earth to her. Does that make sense, chat? And beyond that edge, though, or what caused her to that edge, right, is that curiosity. But it may be being suppressed. Why I say that? Why I say suppressed like that? But it may be being suppressed. It may be being, you know, caged in, locked up. So she never really truly herself. She never really free. And this is not just with sex, by the way. This could be with her dream. This could be with taking risks. We could apply this to all types of things. But we just talking about bisexual training. Right? So when you really get into it, and I ain't gonna say too much, right? We on Twitch right now. This I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't gonna give a whole lesson on that. However, I'm just, you know, speaking about it in an abstract way, just openly speaking about it. Is that when you can come in there and not only show it like that's not the edge. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more. You can say, hey, nigga, that's not even the edge. That's not even the first floor. You like in the basement. You in the basement. If that's like if she thinks that's the top floor, you come in her life and show like, no, this ain't even the first floor. But you have to understand, this is not even a sexual thing. This has nothing to do with sex. This all has to do with what's going on up here. Because like I said, you could relate it to, you know, someone taking what life was given to them. Or dressing, and people really live their whole fucking life in between the lines. They really do. And unfortunately, there's so much more pleasure out there. There's so much more fulfillment out there. When you take risks, mental side part 2, no, the bisexual training wouldn't be a part of the mental side. But if I did do a mental side part 2, I would get more in specific and more give examples about what I'm talking about right now. Right? But I don't know, bro. It's like when y'all think of shit like 50 Shades of Grey, right? All this shit is related, chat. So it'd be so hard to talk about one thing at once because my mind just be grabbing like 10 things at once. It'd be grabbing 10 things at once. Even when you think about how, we say that's a slut, that's a whore. We got all these names and shit right there, right? We got all these names that you'll call a woman for being promiscuous, right? Which may be natural to her. So now it's like you're programming that something that's natural is wrong. So then, you know, that automatically suppresses that part. It's like, all right, don't do that. What do you mean? Like, wait, what about not doing it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't even help this. It just came to me. It's just how I feel. So, putting limitations on a person's natural state of being, that happens the most with women, especially in the topic of sex. Chad, I feel like I'm rambling, so I want to get into one point. Because like I said, my mind just races just all different things. Because the point I was about to make with the 50 Shades of Grey part is, when she's so used to the average dude she fuck with, just barely even eating her pussy properly, and just want to hit it from the back, or missionary is just her laying on her back, or it's just so boring. There's no creativity. There's no fun. There's no excitement to sex. There's no excitement to it. But where does that lack of excitement come from? Where does that lack of excitement come from? That lack of excitement. No, role play. I'm not even considering role play excitement, right? But think about the fact that you might not want to even do role play. Why? Because it's beyond your edge. It's beyond your edge. Like, no, I don't do that. No, like, so you living in between the lines, she in between the lines, and y'all live this gray ass life. Grey, gray. Y'all live this gray ass life. Right? And it really takes. So when you live this gray ass life, right, and you never push beyond your edge, there comes a certain point where you believe. So you get stuck within that world, right? So you never go past your edge. You just kind of accept it. However, deep down inside, there may still be some sort of whisper of like desire or temptation, like, oh, I want to try this, or like I said, the first example I gave y'all was that most women, if I did a fucking statistic check, I would bet it's somewhere at least 60% or higher. Kill, you gotta wear that name. Appreciate the 3 months, my boy. I would literally, if I did a statistic, I would bet it'd be 60% or higher. And how many women find other women attractive, have thought about doing something with another woman, etc. Right? But it gets suppressed. They, nod it off. No, that's not normal, or I can't do that, or no, I'm not like that. I'm not whatever. They tell themselves this. The lies. I'm telling you, it's fed to them, and then they'll tell themselves the lies, right? And then when you a motherfucker who come through, say, hey, this edge ain't a fucking edge. That's not even a hurdle to me. Let me show you what's beyond that edge. Let's go beyond that. See, I gotta speak abstractly. I gotta speak vaguely because I'm not really getting into detail. I don't really want to get into all this shit on stream, right? Because it'll really get gritty. It'll really get explicit. But when you show that edge, then next thing you know, you unlock more out of that woman. But first you have to be able to unlock that shit within yourself to be able to do it for another person. But taking it back to your relationship to her, next thing you know, the sex that y'all have or the conversation that y'all have or who you are to her, dog, I can't even explain it because I'm not a woman. But from the outside in, women, when they love a man, bro, like when they care about a man, they don't give a fuck about anything. I don't know how to explain it, chat. But when I say from the outside in, like, you just observe this shit, dog. When women love and care about a man, they don't care about anything. Money means nothing to them. Time means nothing to them. Distance. Stress. I can't even explain. Like, bro, they don't care about. There is no limit on how she will show you that she is devoted to you. And I'm not even talking about like loyalty or some basic shit like that. But that, like, dog, it's like they become like, bro, it's like I don't even know how to describe it, bro. I don't even know how to describe it. Then what is that? It goes to the random question. When did you lose your virginity? I never did. I'm still one to this day. I'm born again. Niggas think everything gay. Nobody said it was gay, bro. It's just a weird ass question. It's just a weird ass question to come out of nowhere and ask with the topic at hand. All right, Chad. Let's keep talking about it though. Now, I like playing with just perspectives. So if I'm a dude, right? I'm listening to this right now. I'm saying to myself, like, why can't I do this? Well, that's because you have your own edge. You might be like, well, what level are we talking about, right? You might be lazy. You might be unmotivated. You might lack purpose. You might not really know who you are. You might not know what you want out of life. So you cannot begin to lead another person when you don't have your fucking. What do people say? Make sure your house is clean before you blah blah blah. That cliche ass shit. My point being that, like, dog, if you cannot, like, most leadership is by example, bro. That's how people are won over. By example. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all wouldn't respect me if I got exposed by like 20 different women for begging for them to talk to me in their DM. Or some shit came out and it was like, dog, or let's say a blind date came out and I'm in the car like, well, nice to meet. But no, I live what I talk about, right? So it sets a better standard for y'all to say, why am I listening to this man? Now, mind you, it's a lot of shit that I don't even talk about, which would add to that. For example, like I said, if you one of the Patreon members, I'm not speaking a foreign language to you. When I tell y'all that the Patreon is a completely different book, it is a completely different book. And y'all thought that Everything Sex video was a mind-blowing video. It was not. And one of the brothers said that he made a woman squirt for this first time. Another brother said that he talking about making a woman orgasm. Like, brother, that's not even chapter 1, my nigga. That was the intro. Right? That was the intro. And then the mental side to complement that, I'm telling y'all, it's shit that I cannot talk about on Twitch that, like, it nerfs these conversations. So I gotta keep it simple. I gotta keep them, like, really surface level. Really gotta keep it surface level. That video was. Did you see it? My date went smooth. I ain't even need topics to talk about. I was just flowing. That's good. Back to the point I was making. If I'm just a, regular person, blah, 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 why can't I do this? Why can't I have this influence? Why can I not have this leadership? Like I said, you got to get your own shit in order first with yourself. You got to be able to communicate with yourself so fluently that you know your language. You know who you are. You know why you do what you do. And that takes time. You know what I'm saying? It may take a life or death situation. It may take getting pushed to your edge. It may take literally killing the version of yourself you think you are right now. And I'm dead serious. Because a lot of y'all need a whole fucking reset. Y'all really do. Everything about everything in your life right now is not cohesive with what you want. It's not cohesive with the goals that you have. And next thing you know, you trying to, do something you never done before, but you're the same person you were before you ever have done that shit. In order to, cliche shit again, in order to do something you never done, you got to be somebody you never been, blah, blah, blah. But on the topic that we're talking about, right, you cannot begin to lead somebody past their edge if you have not led your own self past your edge. So to get into it, you gotta start with yourself, bro. Gotta start with yourself. Really do. And then after that, well, guess what? It's like like I told y'all, you can get more women, but you don't even want more women. You start wanting specific women. You start knowing what to look for and why. And then it's like your options just opened up, but the window got smaller. You know what I'm saying? You have reasons behind that. She might be bad as fuck. She might have every surface level benefit in the book. She might cook and clean for you. She might buy you nice things. But you smell something. You smell something. Something ain't right. And it's only something that you can notice when you ain't looking with these motherfucking eyes right here. You looking with this eye. So a lot of the coaching that I do, chat, fuck it, we can do one-on-one calls. Because I told y'all this was going to be a relatively short stream. That fight shit tonight. I think I got like 2 hours. I feel like we talk more about this one-on-one and the conversation that we had one-on-one, y'all be able to like get into what I'm talking about so vaguely. And so, such surface level.